LeBron is listed as questionable after sitting out the All-Star Game tournament as he manages ankle and foot pain. With Luka and LeBron now teammates, could they actually make a title run? Pat Beverly likes what the Lakers have. Listen up.
You talk about a third option. You look around the NBA, he might be the best third option in the NBA in Austin Reeves. You talk about your fourth option in Rui Hachimura. He might be the best fourth option in the NBA. I'm talking about on one team. I like the Lakers. I like what they've done. I know we gave the Lakers a lot of criticism in the past, and but we were just being honest. But the moves Rob Pelinka's made and Jeanie Buss has made has put the Lakers right up there top notch when it comes to the quest to get a title.
All right, S.A., your thoughts on what Pat Bev just said?
Well, first of all, before we even get into the show, I just want to say I thought it was very rude, very rude. As I opened the show to greet everybody, Molly just went right into it. No good morning, no anything.
Okay.
Just an abrupt start to the show because I think it's jealousy. It's jealousy. I mean, she's upset that she's in the cold weather. That's what I think. I want to get that out the way.
Let's just back it up. First of all, I just got back from Miami Sunday. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm fine being in New York. Second of all, I was literally told, go straight to the VO, go straight to the topic, don't say hi to everyone. I was just following orders, Stephen A., because I don't have power like you do.
Okay, but the truth of the matter is America. She does. She's the matriarch of the show. So she does have that kind of power. She could have been a bit more cordial, dare I say. But I'll leave it alone. We'll move on from there. I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. It's very rude and abrupt start. First take's better than that.
I need to say one more thing. It's also very rude when you just rub it in everyone's face that you're in an undisclosed location and it's so warm and we're out here freezing our you-know-what's off.
Hey, Eminem.
Sorry, when I go on vacation, I don't rub it in people's faces.
That part. Eminem, I went outside. I just want you to know I went outside. I was wearing some shorts and I was barefoot, about 85 to 87 degrees. I just want to throw that out there. Now, let's move on. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. I rubbed it in enough. Let me get right to it, okay? I hear what Patrick Beverly is saying. Good morning, doggy. I hear what Patrick Beverly is saying, and I get it because what we can't ignore is the job that J.J. Redick is doing as coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's doing an outstanding job thus far. We got to give credit where credit is due. They picked up Rob Pelinka. I mean, he's a candidate for Executive of the Year. I mean, when you look at what he has pulled off, you just can't say enough about it. But with that being said, keep in mind that the Lakers are I think they're tied with the San Antonio Spurs, or they're second to the San Antonio Spurs. They got 8 back-to-backs in the last 27 games or so of this season. So we got to wonder what kind of effect that's going to have on them. We got to look at their thin front line, wonder what kind of effect that's going to have on them. I think Patrick Beverly is right when he says he likes what the Lakers have. I think the real question is, Patrick Beverly, do you feel that way for this season? Moving forward, no question about it, you can look at the Los Angeles Lakers and say they can make some noise. But are you looking at them right now? When you look at the way Denver is playing, when you look at the way OKC is playing, I'm sorry, I know Anthony Davis is out, but when that brother come back with him and Christie and Kyrie and PJ and the rest of the crew, and hopefully Gafford will be back as well, Dallas is nothing to sneeze at. They're nothing to ignore. I just got to look at it and say, I get where he's coming from. I just think it's a bit premature for this season. But he's not off his rock and saying what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm actually with you, Stephen A., because I think I was with y'all in New Orleans, and I was like, Lakers. And I went back, and I'm looking, and I agree J.J. Redick has done a great job. I just think that conversation that Pat Bev presented, doggy, is very one-sided. I will sit for the conversation about where those guys ranks as third and fourth options. You're talking about offense, right? And I think in the West, when you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder leading the way and their net rating and on average getting teams by almost 13 points on both sides, and you look at the teams that are at top of the standings, even if we take offense out for a second, all of those teams have the ability to defend. Now, Houston sometimes gets a little anemic when it comes to offense, but I think the defense part, to me, is what stalls me a little bit on the Lakers. And we have to see, because I think Rui Hachimura has switchability. I think Austin Reeves can grow as a defender. We know LeBron James can turn it on when he wants. I think what they've done in terms of acquiring Luka has fundamentally kind of changed what we saw working as of late for the Lakers in terms of their success on both sides of the floor. But I could sit for that conversation. I think Austin Reeves is having a nice career.
Mad Dog, let me ask you this. Are the Lakers the most dangerous team post-All-Star break?
Yeah, dangerous is more important than, they can win a title. And I guess Bev forgot about Porzingis, because there's no way with Porzingis, Brown, and Tatum, the three Lakers are better than those three as far as offensive weapons are concerned. So you must have forgot about that one. And to echo what Stevie said, Stevie looked sharp today in Winnipeg. To echo what Steve said, look at their schedule. They have they got 2 games in Oklahoma City.
Yep.
They have 3 games against Denver. They have a game in Boston. They have 2 with the Rockets. They play the Knicks. They play Golden State. They got a hard schedule. And, he's 40 years old. As the playoff moves along, he'll get a little tired. That's a factor. They should avoid the play-in, which will help them. But I think that asking them to get through that Western Conference is going to be tricky. It's weird in the NBA. I know we're going to get to this later. The West is much better than the East. Much better teams. But by far the best team in the sport is in the East. So would you rather be in the West, where it's a little bit more open, or would you rather be in the East, where you should, if you're Cleveland, be able to get to the final, but then you're going to beat the Celtics, which is the best team. So from that standpoint, the Lakers are going to have to go through a pretty big gauntlet. Oklahoma City, Denver, that's a tough deal to go with. They're dangerous, Luka, LeBron, but I don't think they're going to win the NBA championship this year. Now, Monica raises her head, and so do you. Go ahead. Let me hear.
Let's also pay attention to this, y'all. Let's say, for example, we pay so much attention to the playing game because that's where LeBron has lived since he's been a Los Angeles Laker, pretty much for the most part for the last 3 or 4 years. They've been in the play-in tournament, okay? We have to look at it from this standpoint and pay attention to this. The Los Angeles Lakers, if the season were to end today, they would be the 5th seed. They would be going up against young thoroughbreds in the Houston Rockets, who have struggled as of late, but they've got some players. They've got youth. They play defense. Ime Udoka is an exceptional coach. The Lakers are 2 games ahead of the Clippers. What if, by happenstance, the Lakers end up the 6th seed and Denver ends up the 3? Then they get Denver in the first round. Again, they're going home. They're not beating the Denver Nuggets. I can assure you that. They're not beating the Denver Nuggets. I don't care what anybody says, okay? And so that's what we have to watch out for as well. And in fairness to the Lakers, they went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago, but they ran into Denver. Last year, they got Denver in the first round. A lot of people were of the mindset, outside of Denver, because of Jokic, there was no one the Lakers couldn't beat. So the objective is you got to watch yourself, because if the Lakers, I wouldn't blame them for doing this. If you're smart, you do everything you can to avoid the Denver Nuggets until you absolutely have to play them. You don't want to invite yourself going up against them brothers in the first round. Those are things to monitor as well here.
One thing about Denver, and I'm with Stevie on Denver. I had them for 51.5. I know they're playing well right now. They have had an unbelievably easy stretch. They got Charlotte tomorrow night. They should win. But they beat the Pelicans twice. They beat the Magic at home. They won 1 road game in Phoenix. They go look at this 8-game winning streak. They have not played a good team.
Well,
let me see them against these good teams.
I actually think, Doggy, to that end, now you look at the Denvers, the Bostons, the teams that have done it, and their core is intact. We're now post All-Star, so now you cut all the shenanigans. So I'm with you, but I'm not really worried about Denver. I think Denver's.
Video phân tích của chúng tôi. Sau đây sẽ là video hướng dẫn cách làm một chú chó hình tròn của chúng tôi. Bây giờ các bạn cùng tôi thực hiện cách làm nhé. Hôm nay thì mình sẽ hướng dẫn cho các bạn cách để có thể làm một cái chú chó hình tròn như các bạn. Và cái đầu của nó thì nó sẽ có cái hình giống như là một cái bút chì, cái phần thân của nó giống như cái bút chì như các bạn. Đây thì đầu tiên nhé, là các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình một cái kéo